Take a moment to identify the person who drained you the most this week, the one who left you feeling completely depleted. Now, consider this. What if the source of that exhaustion wasn't their behavior, but your own? We spend our days performing invisible emotional labor. You rewrite an email 4 times so you don't sound too difficult, or you walk on eggshells at home specifically to prevent a partner's bad mood from escalating. This habit of constantly bending to accommodate others may feel like peacekeeping, but it actually erodes your mental clarity and internal focus. The effort is entirely futile. No matter how meticulously you curate someone else's experience, and people still end up disappointed. You cannot engineer a world where everyone is satisfied with your choices. Attempting to manage other people's emotions is a rigged game. It leaves you carrying a psychological burden that was never yours to hold. Author Mel Robbins developed a psychological framework to drop that burden, centered on 2 simple words: let them. Think of this as an active emotional filter for dropping the need to control others. It's highly effective at addressing our instinct to over-explain ourselves, where we spend massive energy trying to force others to understand our personal choices. However, research from Dr. Nicholas Epley at Harvard University suggests that truly understanding another person's perspective is nearly impossible. Our own cognitive biases and life experiences constantly filter how we perceive everyone else. Because everyone views your life through their own skewed lens, attempting to provide the perfect explanation is a waste of time. You cannot control the version of you that exists in someone else's head. Instead of seeking universal approval from your family or coworkers, you can choose to let them misunderstand you. Your decisions only need to make sense to you. When you replace the need for external validation with internal self-respect, you reclaim your mental bandwidth. This also applies to the urge to keep everyone around you happy. We often avoid setting boundaries because we fear the friction of a negative reaction. If you say no to a request and someone gets angry, let them be upset. Another person's emotional state is their own responsibility, not an emergency for you to solve. This logic extends to our closest relationships, the moments when a friend drifts away or a romantic partner pulls back. Let them walk away. Forcing a connection to stay intact creates a state of permanent tension that prevents both of you from moving forward. You cannot force someone to heal, find happiness, or pursue growth before they are ready to do the work themselves. Releasing control over someone else's path shows respect for their autonomy. It is the only way to free yourself to focus on your own journey. There is a risk to this theory. If you only ever say, let them, you can quickly become passive or detached, allowing yourself to be treated poorly under the guise of letting go. To create a balanced approach, the second half of the framework must be activated, let me. While let them creates the emotional distance you need to stay calm, let me is the action step. This is where you reclaim your agency. The 2 phrases work as a pair. If you let them take credit for your work in a meeting, you must then say, let me update my resume and find a team that values my contributions. Pairing the release of external control with the assumption of internal responsibility is the only path to genuine emotional freedom. This combined framework changes how you handle daily friction. Let them gossip behind your back, but let me rise above it and protect my own peace. Apply it to your disappointments. Let them let me down, but let me take responsibility for meeting my own needs instead of waiting for them to change. You no longer have to spend your life engineering perfect conditions or trying to curate the right reactions from the people around you. Resigning as the manager of the universe gives you the energy to finally be the main character of your own life. Let them be exactly who they are so you can finally breathe.